those days, it was very difficult for anyone to in India to actually play independent music because it was ridiculed around. And we tried, and we were crazy, following our own things and trying to play our own music to people here. We have a big elephant called the Bollywood or the film music. So it's more or less fixed that if your ultimate aim is just getting into a movie or trying to sing for the movie, and that ends your reach. So people aspire to be in that segment, and that's big here. So independent music was mostly limited to small pockets where they have a few friends joining together and jamming, and that ends the show. But then we thought of actually trying and taking it abroad and connecting with people because we didn't have any support here. So we reached there and we found out there's a live independent industry or a kind of supportive environment for independent musicians there. And that's when we actually felt happy about being an independent band. Apart from playing music and being happy about it.
I think that's a great idea that you have in having a band, an independent band, actually get into the promotion of music and artists, because who better to know what an indie artist needs than another indie artist? Excellent move. I think that's something we might like to see more of in the business. John Bon Jovial, you have a question.
Yeah, Jay, welcome to the show. It is great to have you on board with us. I wanted to ask you a question. Oh, sure. I wanted to ask you a question about Sherise D'Souza. David purposely does not let me hear the music until we actually play it on the air, and to get an initial gut reaction, first reaction to it. And I really like what you've done with her. Congratulations on producing this sound. But my question to you is my impression, and you can take that with a grain of salt. My impression is that you've kind of purposely given her an Americanized sound. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but is this by design to try to to grab the Western market, or is it your plan to try to take over the subcontinent of India first and then expand her more internationally?
Oh, let me put the facts right first. Sherise is an independent musician. She has her own music. What we have seen is, her music was already, she has 100% control over her music, and she has made this song and produced the song, and then from there on, we have contacted her, and because we liked her songs and the way she has put it through, we thought of supporting her and promoting her on friendly radios. That's the basic idea here. We don't produce music because we have our own band and we have our own music here. We are not a production company yet. We would like to be, but then we pick up the artists who are, who have already finished product, and what fits for the international market, we try to help them out. That's the that's a role we play. In fact, we'd like to get into the next step as what we have, you have mentioned to us, but that requires a little bit more of our time because right now we are into a completely, on the promotion side. But the thing is, we pick up artists who have good products, and Sherise has already, she has songs on Spotify, and she is consistent with her personal, efforts on promotion. And
she's already proved herself.
Yeah, she's just pushing her songs, and she's getting heard everywhere. And the point is, there's a lot of effort from her side, and that's when we recognized her, we spoke to her, and we thought she needed that extra effort. If someone can help her out, and if it helps a good artist to get recognized, we will be the ones to support. And that's how we actually picked up Sherise.
Very good, and an excellent point made. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with Jay Pillay of Lazie Indie Magazine, an indie music promotion magazine out of India, and talking about some of the music and artists that they work with, including Sherise D'Souza, and we're going to go to another track from Sherise right now. This one you'll also recognize as I guess you could say, anglicized commercial international type of hit. And again, this could be played anywhere in the world where there's pop music. This is Sherise D'Souza, On the Dance Floor. on the dance floor. That's Sherise D'Souza, and we're talking with Jay Pillay and Manoj of Lazie Indie Magazine, and of course the Lazie J Band from India. And we're so glad to have you here with us today. Tell us a little bit now about Sherise, if you would. Now, I know that you have spoken to the fact that she is a dedicated artist. She is aiming at the international market, obviously. And you also you brought out a very interesting point that you look for artists who are beyond just being satisfied being a local artist, playing the local clubs. You're looking for artists that are serious about their craft and about their music. So tell us a little about that, if you would, please.
Yeah, see, if you ask about Sherise, she is from Mumbai, and she is a multi-genre vocalist. She can she's very capable, and she can switch from Western classical to Hindustani, jazz, and all those kind of music. She's quite adept in doing this, and she's been performing for some time. And she's also performed with some musical greats like Carl Jenkins and Patricia Rosario kind of people as a backup artist. So and then doing this after some time, she actually thought of releasing her own songs, and that's when she released Dreammaker. And now, if you go to the Spotify or anywhere on the internet, you can find her. She has made a lot of songs, and we have featured her. In fact, we had featured her in our one of the editions before. And that's how we got in touch with her. And then we, in fact, had a lot of discussion with her in terms of her interest, in terms of how she would like to look at her career in music. And she's very ambitious. I think, the whole idea is that if you have artists who are keen on promoting themselves and, to go that extra mile, it is worth giving them the support. Because, tomorrow you might have a real superstar coming out of a small move or a small help which we do. So I think, it's worth doing that. Being an independent artist, we know, how important it is when someone really gives us a hand and, suggests us or, recommends us to some radios, and then we get played there, and then we go forward from there. So I think Sherise has the potential. She's got the skills, and she, has the mindset to actually take it forward. And that's what we have found in Sherise. I think most of the artists, whatever we are speaking about, whoever we have spoken to, even in the magazine when we feature, we do this kind of a screening. I personally talk to each artist who I write about in the magazine. And it's not that someone submits some music and I present it. I go, I speak to them, and I get to know whether they really are keen on getting themselves heard. Because my magazine, basically, it's not just restricted to a geographical area. We are featured from around 25 to 27 countries. And we make that spread quite deliberately, so that an artist in India gets heard maybe in France or in Russia or in US. So the idea is, they get a kind of exposure which is universal. So we really want to do that for the artist. And yes, it's working out fine just because the intention is good enough in terms of pushing this. And I think that's where we speak to friendlies like yours, or people like you who have been in the music business for a long time. I speak to you. I speak to people on some of the other radios. Ask them to help the artists out. And I'm very happy that we had recommended Aditi before, and you had